Hi, I am Shyamala, Assistant Professor of Mathematics in Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions. In this video, I am going to discuss about Bayes' theorem. First, I introduce statement of Bayes' theorem. Here we have n events, E1, E2, En are n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events such that P of Ei greater than 0. So, these are all independent of each other. E1, E2, En are independent of each other. One does not depend on the others. Are n mutually exclusive and exhaustive events such that P of Ei greater than 0, where I equal to 1, 2 up to n in a sample space S, and A is any other event in S intersecting with every Ei. That means A can occur in combination with any one of these events. A will never be independent. It is always occurring with all these events, E1, E2, En, such that P of A greater than 0. If Ei is any of the events of E1, E2, En, where P of E1, P of E2 and so on P of En, and P of A over En, P of A over E2 and so on P of A over En are known, then P of probability of Ek over A is P of Ek into P of A over Ek by P of A1 into P of A by E1 plus P of E2 into P of A by E2 plus and so on P of En into P of A by En. So in the Bayes theorem we will have n events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. That is first thing, and then we will have an event A which always occur only after the occurrence of all these events E1 into En, such that probabilities of all these Ei is greater than 0 and also probability of A greater than 0. That is the first thing. Next, if Ei is any of these events, suppose we are taking only one event and we are assuming that probabilities of all these events are known. E1, E2, En, all these events probabilities are known, and also probability of the event A over E1. Event A over E1, this is a conditional probability which we discussed in the last video. P of A over E2, that means A is occurring after E1, and in this case A occurs after E2 and also A occurs after the occurrence of En, and probabilities of all these are known. In that case, if we want to find out the probability of Ek over A, that means after the occurrence of A, Ek will be occurred. In this probability is nothing but P of Ek into P of A by Ek by P of E1 into P of A by E1 plus P of E2 into P of A by E2 plus and so on P of En into P of A by En. So in the denominator we will have all the probabilities. Sum of all these probabilities we will have, and this denominator is also called as total probability. Denominator is called as total probability. So we discuss some examples on Bayes' theorem. First example is, in a certain college 25% of boys and 10% of girls are studying mathematics. The girls constitute 60% of the student body. What is the probability that mathematics is being studied? If a student is selected at random and is found to be studying mathematics, find the probability that the student is a girl or the student is a boy. Three things we have to find out here. So first we will write about the students who are studying mathematics, and also we will write how many girls are there in the institution and how many boys are there in that institution. Next, we are going to find the probability that the mathematics is being studied. That means whoever it is, girl or boy, but how many people are studying mathematics. Probability of studying mathematics we will find first, and then what we do is we will select a student at random and suppose that he is studying mathematics, that person is studying mathematics, and we have to find the probability that the selected student is a girl or a boy. So in the solution, first I am writing the probability of boys in the college. 60% of the 60% girls are there, so 40% are boys. That's why probability of boys are 40%, 40 by 100, which is 2 by 5. Next, probability of girls is 60 by 100, that is 3 by 5. Next, probability that the mathematics is studied given that the student is a boy. So we know here it is given that 25% of the boys are studying mathematics, so that is what we have written. Probability that mathematics is studied by boys is P of mathematics is studied. So first, the student is a boy and he is studying mathematics. That kind of probability we will write like this. First, the student is a boy, so that we will write in the denominator. Like how we have to consider it is, we are selecting a student, we are selecting a boy student, or we can also consider that the boy, event of boy is happening first and then event of mathematics studying is happening second. Like that we have to assume it. So probability that mathematics is studied given that the student is a boy. So first, the student is a boy and he is studying mathematics. That much, that percentage is 25%. So 25 by 100, which is 1 by 4. Next, probability that mathematics is studied given that the student is a girl. First, we will select a girl, and what is the probability that the mathematics is studied by girls, which is 10%, 10 by 100, 1 by 10. Now, our problem is now probability that mathematics is being studied. So that is nothing but P of m. This is called total probability. And how we have to write the total probability is P of G into P of m over G plus P of B into P of m over B. So we are writing the probability of the students studying mathematics. So that is nothing but P of m. So how the students are studying mathematics? First, suppose we are selecting a girl, and then we will see how much percentage of girls are studying mathematics. That is what we have written, P of G into P of m by G plus, we will select a boy, and into probability of the boys studying mathematics. Like this we have to write. This is also called as total probability. Now we know those probabilities. P of G into P of m over G we have written, plus P of B into P of m over B, which is 4 by 25. This is a total probability. This is called total probability. Now what we do? We have to select a girl. Probability of mathematics student is a girl. So the second question is, we will select a person who is studying mathematics. We have to find the probability of that selected student is a girl. So first we are selecting a student who is studying mathematics. That's why that we have written in the denominator. Now the probability that the student is a girl, that we have to write like this, P of G by m. Now by Bayes theorem, P of G by m value is P of G into P of m over G by, directly we can write P of m because we have already calculated. We can write that here directly. Now P of G is 3 by 5 into 1 by 10 by 4 by 25, which is 3 by 8. Now probability of maths student is a boy. So maths student, that we have to write in the denominator. The probability that the student is a boy, that we have to write as P of B over m. By Bayes theorem it is P of B into P of m over B by P of m, which is 2 by 5 into 1 by 4 by 4 by 25, which is 5 by 8. So this is the first problem. Now second problem is, a bag A contains 2 white and 3 red balls, and a bag B contains 4 white and 5 red balls. One ball is drawn at random from one of the bags and it is found to be red. Find the probability that the red ball drawn is from bag B. So first, let A and B denote the events of selecting bag A and bag B respectively. So first, since we have 2 bags here, first of all we have to, whenever we want to take a ball, first we have to select a bag. whether it is bag A or bag B. That we have to select first. That is why first we are writing the events A and B as selecting the bag A and bag B. Then we write in bag A, so because there are two bags, probability of selecting a bag is 1 by 2. So P of A is 1 by 2 and probability of selecting the bag B also 1 by 2. Now let us write all the events. Let R denote the event of drawing a red ball. Having selected bag A, probability to draw the red ball from A. So first we are selecting a bag A. That is why that bag A selection is occurred first. So we have to write it in the denominator. From bag A we are selecting a red ball. So that probability we have to write as P of R over A, which is 3 by 5. In the bag A we have 5 balls. So from the 5 balls means 1 ball we are selecting. So 5C1, which is nothing but 5. And in the numerator there are 3 red balls. From that we are taking only 1. So that is 3C1. That is nothing but 3. Now similarly P of R over A is 5 by 9. No, it is P of R over B, which is 5 by 9. This is B, not A. Next, one of the bags is selected at random and from it a bar is drawn at random. It is found to be red. Then the probability that the selected bag is B. This probability we have to find now. So first we have selected a red ball and probability that the red ball is from bag B, that we have to find out. So how we have to write it? P of, first we are selecting a red ball, that is why we have to write it in the denominator. That red ball selection is the first event, so that is occurred first. So that we should write in the denominator. In the numerator, that red ball should be from bag B. Probability of that red ball is from bag B. That we have to write as P of B by R. Now by Bayes theorem, it is P of B into P of R over B by P of A into P of R over A plus P of B into P of R over B. P of B is 1 by 2, P of A is 1 by 2. So wherever we have P of A we write 1 by 2 and wherever P of B we have, then we will write 1 by 2. Now P of R over B is 5 by 9, that we have written in the previous page. P of R over A is 3 by 5. So all these values we have written and we have calculated it. Its value is 25 by 52. Now another one. Of the 3 men, the chances that a politician, a businessman or an academician will be appointed as a vice chancellor of a university are 0.5, 0.3, 0.2 respectively. Probability that the research is promoted by these persons if they are appointed as VC are 0.3, 0.7, 0.8 respectively. Now what we have to do is determine the probability that the research is promoted. If research is promoted, what is the probability that the VC is an academician? So there are 3 persons, politician, businessman and academician. Probability that these persons are selected as VCs of a university are 0.5, 0.3, 0.2. Next, these people are, suppose research is promoted by these persons. Then what is the probability? They are given it as 0.3, 0.7, 0.8 respectively. That means first one is by politician, second one is by businessman and the third one is by academician. Now we have 2 questions here. Determine the probability that the research is promoted. That is nothing but the total probability, because research is promoted means first of all, suppose politician is there. Politician into the research promoted by him, which is 0.3. So like that we have to write for businessman. First businessman probability of VC is 0.3 into probability that he is promoting research is 0.7. Like that we have to write about all the 3 persons, their probabilities of having VC and also their probabilities of promoting research. All these things we are writing, so it is called as total probability. Next, if research is promoted, then what is the probability that VC is an academician? This question is on Bayes theorem. So first, let A, B, C be the events that a politician, businessman or an academician will be appointed as VC of 3 men. So politician P of A 0.5, then politician, then businessman and then academician. These are the probabilities. Now, probabilities that the research is promoted by these people if they are appointed as VCs are P of R over A. So first, the politician is selected as VC and uh, he is promoting research. The probability of the politician promoting research is P of R over A, which is 0.3. Next, businessman. Businessman probability of having first businessman is selected as VC and he is promoting research P of R over B, which is 0.7. Next, academician selected as VC is first event and then he is promoting research. Like this we have to write these conditional probabilities. Now, probability that the research is promoted. So, P of R equal to P of A into P of R by A plus P of B into P of R by B plus P of C into P of R by C. We have to write about all the 3% probabilities of becoming VCs and also probability that they are promoting research. All the three things we have to write. So, probability of politician into probability that he is promoting research. Like that we have to write about all the 3% and we have multiplied and then added. This is the answer. Next, probability that the research is promoted when the VC is an academician. So, first of all, research is promoted. That is the first event. That's why we are writing it in the denominator. Now, probability that the research is promoted by academician. Academician is about C. That's why that we have to write in the numerator. So now it is by Bayes theorem P of C into P of R over C. The C over R will be reversed here and then by P of R, total probability in the base, total probability in the denominator. So all these values we have to write P of C into P of R over C, 0.2 into 0.8, 0.16 by this is only no, so that multiplication is 0.15 plus 0.21 plus 0.16, which is 4 by 13. This is the answer. So last problem in this video, a businessman goes to hotels XYZ 20%, 50%, 30% of the time respectively. It is known that 5%, 4%, 8% of the rooms in XYZ hotels have faulty plumbings. What is the probability that businessman's room having faulty plumbing is associated to Hotel Z? First, a businessman is going to hotels XYZ. Probability that the businessman going to hotel X is 20%, hotel Y is 50%, hotel Z is 30%. So that we have written first. 20%, 20 by 100 is 2 by 10, 50%, 50 by 100 is 5 by 10, like that. I want to maintain the denominators equal, that's why I am not simplifying it fully. Now, it is known that 5%, 4%, 8% of the rooms in XYZ hotels have faulty plumbing. Let us suppose that the faulty plumbing event, we are taking it as some E. Let E be the event that the hotel room has faulty plumbing. Then the probability is that hotels XYZ have faulty plumbing are P of E over X. In hotel X, faulty plumbing is 5%, 5 by 100. In hotel Y, okay, so first we are taking a hotel and that how much probability of having faulty plumbing, that we are seeing. So in hotel Y, faulty plumbing is 4%, 4 by 100. In hotel Z, faulty plumbing is 8 by 100, which is 2 by 25. Next, the question now. Probability that the businessman's room having faulty plumbing is assigned to hotel Z. So first event happening is faulty plumbing room. So faulty plumbing room is the event E and that room is from hotel Z. That is nothing but P of Z over E. So by Bayes theorem we write as P of Z into P of E over Z by P of Z into P of E over Z plus P of Y into P of E over Y plus P of X into P over X. So all the probabilities we have to substitute here. That value is 4 by 9. So these are some problems on Bayes theorem. Now we discuss about the another definition, statistical independence. Suppose there are two events A and B. Let us consider a special case in which occurrence or non-occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence or non-occurrence of the other. Both occurrence and non-occurrence should not affect the others. In these situations, event A and B are called as statistically independent or simply independent and is formalized by the definition. The definition is two events A and B are said to be independent if and only if P of A into B equal to P of A into P of B. So this is the video on Bayes theorem and also statistical independence. Thank you for listening.